third part of our chapter, The Best Christmas Present. We'll be starting from the very first line, and in this third part, we'll see how the narrator felt by seeing or by reading that letter which he found in drawer, and what does he do with that letter. So let's begin. I folded the letter again and slipped it carefully back into its envelope. I kept awake all night, but I knew what I had to do. I drove to Bridport, just few miles away. So here the narrator is saying that after reading that letter, he folded that letter and slipped it, means he put it back, that letter, in the envelope carefully. Like he was already had a feeling that he shouldn't read that letter, but when he read that letter, he thought to put it back in envelope. But that night he didn't sleep. But when he woke up in the morning, इसमें लिखा है I had to do. I knew what I had to do, means narrators know what he want to do with that letter. I asked a boy walking his dog where Cooper Beaches, house number 12, turned out to be nothing but a burnt out shell. The roof gaping, the windows boarded up. So when he woke up, he thought he will just drove to Bridport, and there he saw a boy with a dog, and he asked the same address. Which address? The address of Miss Connie, or you can say the house of Jim McPherson. So when he was moving forward, he found that house. So he explained how that house looked like. So he explained that house was completely burnt out shell. Burnt out means destroyed by fire. कि वो जो घर था वो फायर से कम्प्लीटली और यू कैन से पार्शली जला हुआ था. द रूफ जो है, मतलब जो भी उसका लुक प्रेजेंट हो रहा था उससे पता चल रहा था कि काफ़ी पुराना घर है. विंडोज़ बोर्ड अप मीन्स कवर्ड विद द वुडन बोर्ड्स. विंडो खुली हुई नहीं थी, विंडोज़ को कवर कर दिया था किससे? वुडन बोर्ड से. नाउ वील बी स्टार्टिंग अगेन फ्रॉम हेयर. I knocked up from here. I knocked at the house next door and asked if anyone knew the whereabouts of Miss McPherson. Oh yes, said the old man in his slippers. He knew her well. A lovely old lady, he told me, a bit muddled head. But at her age she was entitled to be, wasn't she? 101-year-old. She had been in the house when it caught fire. No one really knew how the fire had started, but it could well be candles. She used candles rather than electricity because she always thought electricity was too expensive. The fireman had got out just in time. She was in nursing home now, he told me. Burlington House on Dorchester Road, on the other side of town. Now, when he reached to that home, it was completely locked up. So narrator decided to go to the neighbors and ask about the whereabouts, the place where something or someone is present. कि अभी वो जानना चाह रहा था नेबर से कि जो मिस मैकफर्सन है वो भी कहाँ पे है, वेयर इज शी प्रेजेंट. सो इन रिप्लाई दैट ओल्ड मैन सेड दैट शी वॉज अ लवली लेडी, a bit muddled head means confused. And why she is confused? Narrator explained this by saying that she is entitled to be. Entitled means enabled, और आप हिंदी में कह सकते हो हकदार. जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप कहते हो कि इनकी याददाश्त तो भूल चुके होंगे क्योंकि इनकी एज हो गई है, या फिर इनके जॉइंट्स पेन हो रहे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द एज फैक्टर। सो जो मडल्ड हेड हो रखी है मिस मैकफर्सन, वो इसलिए हो रखी है बिकॉज शी इज़ 101 ईयर ओल्ड। एंड दैट नेबर एक्सप्लेन्स फर्दर दैट कि जो उसका घर था इट वॉज कम्प्लीटली बर्न, एंड हाउ इट इज़ बर्न दे वर जस्ट अज्यूमिंग दैट कि इट माइट बी कैंडल्स दैट बर्न द हाउस, कि कैंडल की वजह से वो घर उनका जल गया था। एंड वाई दे रेफरिंग टू कैंडल्स बिकॉज जो मिसेस मैकफर्सन है, और यू कैन से मिसेस कॉनी, शी थिंक कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्सपेंसिव है, तो वो लाइट्स ऑन की जगह शी यूज टू लिट अप द कैंडल्स। एंड in the last third line it is written the fireman had got her out just in time, means जो fireman है they saved Miss Macpherson on time, and then as she was bit burned so she sent in a Burlington house. Burlington house क्या है? It is a nursing home in Dorchester. And where is Dorchester? Dorchester is on the other side of town, means like he is on the one side of the town and that nursing home will be at the another side of the town. Next paragraph on page 15. I found Burlington home nursing home easily enough. There were paper chains up in halfway and little Christmas tree stood in the corner with the lopsided angle on the top. So when the narrator found that nursing home, and he found that nursing home very easily, and the first glance means जो उसको लुक दिखाई दिया उस नर्सिंग होम का, that it is covered decorated with the Christmas, as it was Christmas, so that room was completely decorated with the paper chains, मीन्स पेपर से कुछ डेकोरेशंस बनाई हुई हैं जो कि उस रूम को सजाने के लिए यूज़ की है। एंड जो क्रिसमस ट्री है उसमें लिखा है लॉपसाइडेड। लॉपसाइडेड मीन्स लीनिंग टू वन साइड, और यू कैन से जो बड़ा क्रिसमस ट्री था वो बेंट था थोड़ा सा, बट ऑल इट वॉज डेकोरेटेड। नेक्स्ट लाइन, आई सेड आई वॉज अ फ्रेंड come to visit Miss Macpherson to bring her a Christmas present. So students, I just want to tell you about one fact that when the Christmas came, there is like just we do in Diwali or any big occasion, we generally exchange gifts. So Christmas is the time where it is you can say ritual, or it is very mandatory, not mandatory, but yes, it is very important that we share presents from the loved ones. Like it is a time to rejoice and make persons happy, so they do exchange of presents. Let's again start it from here, that now narrator is saying to like narrator is introducing himself in the nursing home. इस लाइनों में जो नरेटर है वो अपने आप को कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस करता है वहाँ के लोगों से। लेट्स सी। आई सेड आई वॉज अ फ्रेंड कम टू विजिट मिस मैकफर्सन टू ब्रिंग हर अ क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट। आई कुड सी थ्रू टू ब्रिंग हर अ क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट सॉरी आई कुड सी थ्रू into the dining room where everyone was wearing a paper hat and singing. The matron had a hat on too. I could see through into the dining room where everyone was wearing a paper hat and singing. The matron had a hat on too and seemed happy enough to see me. She even offered me mince pie. So here, after introducing himself as a friend of Mrs. Macpherson, he told to matron. Matron is like a caretaker of nursing home. तो जब वो उस मेट्रन को मिलता है तो कह रहा है कि आई एम हेयर एंड आई एम फ्रेंड ऑफ मिसेस मैकफर्सन एंड आई एम हेयर टू गिव हर अ क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट, कि मैं यहाँ पे उनको एक क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट देने आया हूँ। बाय लिसनिंग दिस द मेट्रन गॉट हैप्पी एंड उन्होंने क्या करा, मेट्रन ने उसको एक मिन्स पाई भी दी, किसको, नरेटर को, लाइक मिन्स पाई इज अ स्वीट डिश. शी वॉक्ड मी अलॉन्ग द कॉरिडोर. Mrs. Macpherson is not in with others. She told me. She rather confused today, so we thought it is best if she had a good rest. She had no family, you know. No one visits. So I'm sure she'll be only too pleased to see you. She took me into a conservatory with the wicker chairs and potted plants all around and left me. So when the matron and narrator was while passing the corridor, the matron told narrator that she was bit confused today. That day was a Christmas day. So matron says कि जो मिस कॉनी है और मिसेस मैकफर्सन है, today she is bit confused. And as she was confused, the nursing home thought that she could do a good rest because she is not enjoying that moment. Like narrator told that when he entered nursing home, everyone was happy, wearing different hats and singing carol, but Mrs. Macpherson was not there. So the matron asked the narrator to stay in conservatory. Conservatory क्या है? A room with the glass roof and wall, often built onto the outside of the house with wicker chairs. Wicker chairs is you can say a type of a chair just like this. I show you. This is called wicker chair. Okay. So and when she left, like जो मेट्रन थी वो वहाँ से चली गई, बट लेफ्ट नरेटर. एंड उस रूम में नरेटर क्या क्या चीज़ें ऑब्जर्व करता है, इट इज़ इन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द पैराग्राफ. एंड इवन आफ्टर लीविंग द नरेटर, मेट्रन उसको बहुत क्लियर करती है कि जो मिस मैकफर्सन है उनकी ना कोई फैमिली है ना कोई फ्रेंड है. सो शी विल बी हैप्पी इफ़ यू विजिट हर, कि नरेटर को देख के वो माइट भी खुश हो जाइए, मेट्रन कह रही है नरेटर को. सो द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ फ्रॉम हियर, द ओल्ड लेडी was sitting in wheelchair, her hands, like I'll just tell you from here, we'll be starting from here. The old lady was sitting in wheelchair, her hands folded in her lap. She had silver white hair pinned into wispy bun. She was gazing out at the garden. So the first glance, what narrator sees in that conservatory means that a room of glass. So he say कि वो एक old lady को देखता है, that was she was sitting in wheelchair and with the you can say thin bun. wispy buns means उनके जो पतले पतले strands हैं, आप वो इधर इमेज में देख सकते हो कि उनके जो हेयर के strands हैं उनका एक wispy bun का look है. And she was gazing out the garden means she was staring out. कौन? Miss Macpherson, while sitting on wheelchair, she was staring to the garden outside. And how can just again I'll make a note that how can she look through the room, that garden, because that room was built by glasses, so she can see through what is happening outside. Hello, I said. She turned and looked up at me vacantly. So when narrator said hello to her, so the she means Miss Macpherson got surprised, और vacantly means उन्होंने ऐसा look दिया जो कि like if some what we say unknown person, if unknown person come to us and say hello, we give a look like, so that look is compared to vacantly. Happy Christmas, Connie, I went on. I found this. I think it's yours. As I was speaking, her eyes never left my face. I opened the tin box and gave it to her. That was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition and her face became suffused with a sudden glow of happiness. So, when uh, he met Connie, so she was giving different looks by faces. So he still continued and said Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas and gave that tin box to her, like just you were seeing in this picture. And narrator says that it belongs to you. And when he was saying, Miss Macpherson was completely looking on the face of the narrator. She was not moving her eyes. And when narrator says that it belongs to you, so her eyes lit up means became bright with the happiness or excitement. Again, suffused means glow of happiness spread all over her face. Just for example, whenever someone gifts you something, you are happy, your eyes are wide open and your face is full of happiness. So this was the first glance when uh, when Miss Macpherson received that tin box. We'll be continuing from here. I explained about the desk, about how I had found it, but I don't think she was listening. For a while, she said nothing, but stroked the letter tenderly with her fingertips. So this means like she was not saying, she means Miss Macpherson was not saying anything, just listening to the narrator. And uh, after some time she but लिखा है कि but stroked the letter tenderly with her hair, with her fingertips. So while listening, she was just gaining or thinking about the love, the kindness, or the feeling about the letter. So she was feeling some happiness and some love while holding that letter in her fingertips. Tenderly means with love, care, or you can say happiness. Next paragraph. Suddenly she reached out and took my hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. You told me you'd come home by Christmas, dearest, she said. And here you are, the best Christmas present in the world. Come closer, Jim dear, sit down. Now, what we see that Miss Macpherson was filled with tears, like she was not in pain, but the tear was of happiness. She was happy that she received a letter and received the letter by Jim. डू यू थिंक जो लेटर था वो जिम लेके खुद आया था, लाइक मिस्टर मैकफर्सन? नो, इट वॉज एक्चुअली नरेटर, बट मिस मैकफर्सन और यू कैन से कॉनी वॉज अज्यूमिंग दैट, और like she was too old and confused, so she thought the narrator is her husband. नरेटर क्या लगा उसको कि वो उसका हस्बैंड है जिम. तो वो क्या कह रही है, आई नो मीन्स शी हैज़ अ स्ट्रॉन्ग फेथ कि तुम आओगे ऑन द क्रिसमस ईव और क्रिसमस डे, एंड द रीयूनियन ऑफ जिम एंड कॉनी, उसको ये कह रही हैं इट इज़ द बेस्ट दिस रीयूनियन और मीटिंग हर हस्बैंड इज़ द बेस्ट क्रिसमस प्रेजेंट इन द वर्ल्ड. सो शी आस्क्ड नरेटर टू कम क्लोज़र एंड सिट डाउन. तो वो नरेटर को कह रही है कि कम क्लोज़र टू मी एंड जस्ट सिट डाउन. बट अगेन स्टूडेंट्स, just keep in mind, she is just assuming, she is just confused as she is too old now, so she is assuming that जो narrator है वो जिम है and she is talking to her husband. Last paragraph. I sat down beside her and she kissed my cheeks. I read your letters so often, Jim, every day. I want to hear your voice in my head. It always made me feel you were with me, and now you are. You are back. You can read it to me yourself. Would you do that for me, Jim dear? I just want to hear your voice again. I love that so much. And then perhaps we'll have some tea. I have made you a nice Christmas cake, marzipan all around. I know how much you love the marzipan. So, in the last paragraph, she's just continuing to talk with the narrator by thinking that she's talking to her husband Jim. So she said, "You, you read this letter by yourself. I love to hear your voice, and I love to hear that voice in my head. In my head means जब तुम उसको बोलोगे और मैं सुनूंगी तो वो मेरे मन के अंदर और दिमाग के अंदर चलेगी एंड वो क्यों चलेगी बिकॉज आई लव योर वॉइस सो शी कंटिन्यू टू से दैट कि यू आर बैक नाउ एंड आफ्टर रीडिंग दैट लेटर वील हैव सम टी एंड अ क्रिसमस केक with the marzipan on the all around as she still remembers she is confused but the love to her husband is so much that she remembers कि उसके husband को marzipan केक के ऊपर कितना अच्छा लगता था so in the last two paragraph we see that it is like Miss Macpherson is old but she loved her husband so much that she just only remembers about her husband और उनको कुछ याद नहीं है she only remembers about her husband so students in this chapter or you can say story the story states that war brings only destruction sadness in the world only the path of peace will lead us to happiness and welfare of mankind means this story is a good example that कि war जो है वो सिर्फ destruction लाती है unhappiness लाती है if we want to make world a happy place तो हमें हमारे अंदर kindness होनी चाहिए mankind होनी चाहिए and we should always try to maintain peace the soldiers even in the later part of this chapter we see the soldier who fight the war and got killed in it their families lives with a longing again means a wish that they could meet for the last time but the families know the harsh reality that they will now never reunite means due to war the families are now very sad and they know the harsh truth that they will never unite or they will never live with their loved ones so all that's for this chapter thank you for listening